camera, a camaroo, camera. I'm gonna need a little drink. And we just lost 10 more listeners. All right, ready? A 3, a 2, 1. Hip hop hooray! Oh,
hey, everybody, welcome back to the We Can't
Pickle.
Pickle.
Can't pick a back
Where are we?
Pickled Pepper podcast. We're in the We Can't Pick a Title Pod Lab
Hey.
/ our home.
And it's all these beakers and
Yeah, full of
stuff.
all the goodness and graciousness. I don't know. Hey, what about you? Where are you folks at? Are you driving? Are you cruising around? Are you in your garden doing some
garden things.
methamphetamine?
Gardening.
I was trying to think of the exact opposite of
Mushrooms.
gardening. And somehow meth came to mind. I don't know why.
Well,
but
it's pretty
whatever.
destructive.
Yeah, there you go.
Just like, I
yeah.
gotta take this plant apart and see how it
Yeah,
works.
it worked. Yeah. And totally put it back together.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a VCR. It
Grows
works,
really
right?
well afterwards.
It somehow got all adjusted
So
here.
many extra parts. Jason's gotta get
why.
his shit
Are you still good?
together. Oh,
still-
good as it gets.
So good as it gets. That's a good movie. You ever watch that movie with Jack Nicholson?
Probably did. I don't know.
Greg Kinnear and
There's a lot of names.
can't remember who the woman is. Maybe Annette Bening. I can't remember.
Could have been.
Yeah, it was a good funny movie.
You could probably Google it
good as
if
it
people
gets.
cared. So last week we didn't get BG here, and that's JT.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And it's We Can't Pick a Title
That's,
podcast. Welcome
that's
back.
me. Yeah.
We had some awesome listeners, or watchers, or peepers, or whatever you guys want to call.
Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt was watching.
Yeah, that's
and
my new
wrote
swear. Helen Hunt.
wrote in with a question for us. Oh no,
No,
it wasn't Helen. It was somebody else.
No, it was Helen Hunt.
Oh, that
in
was
As
in
Good
the
as
movie.
Gets.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
got confused there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
And Maya Rudolph, apparently.
she was in there.
She was in there. You'd never seen the movie. You knew.
I don't
You know.
I don't
That's a
know.
great.
I'm always cheering her on.
Yeah, why not? You know, she's
awesome.
She's cheery.
I like that meme where the lady's in a nest and looks like it's
Oh, right.
her in there.
Right. I can't remember what the thing says. Something about
Me neither.
nesting. Or...
We might put it in here. A meme.
I like to. He's scared salty. Fake laugh.
Well, he knows. He's like, you can kind of just, where's my fingers?
See him?
Just see him in that area.
You're doing your little Jello pudding pops.
Yeah.
Cosby impression there.
Delicious, but not drugged.
Yeah. No,
We're a little
not,
bit drugged. Had a little marijuana.
Not sexually assaulted.
No.
No.
Trying to cut back.
Really trying to cut back on
Just,
that.
just go
in the
cold,
world in general.
Cold turkey.
You know?
Let's go cold turkey.
You're sexual assaulting cold turkeys?
No.
Oh.
Just
Oh,
go
okay.
cold turkey
Warm
on
turkeys.
sexually assaulting anyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably
Any
a good idea.
beings.
That's probably good advice in general.
You know, let's just do that. Just,
For
you know,
anybody-
random.
You know,
random
hey, if
thing.
you're out there and that's your thing,
Just stop it.
stop it. Go cold turkey. Go hump a cold turkey
No.
instead. Provided it was killed, you know, in a proper
Sexily way.
artisanal way.
No sexy turkeys.
Holy tangent.
Thanksgiving's gonna be
Yeah.
no sauce. I'll take the driest meat you have.
No stuffing. That's
No
for sure.
stuffing.
No stuffing that turkey.
Thanksgiving's coming up in a couple months here in Canada.
Yeah, gravy. Good gravy.
Baby gravy, is that what people call that stuff? Anyways, Tangent Road, where will it go?
We can't start out naughty again.
Curving out on Tangent Road.
Here's the way the algorithm works on YouTube, right?
Oh,
Just to
okay.
go on like the little short clips that I do.
Uh-huh.
On an episode titled Olympics.
Yeah.
We get, 300 views or 400 views or something like
Okay.
that or whatever. Pretty decent amount.
Yeah.
On one called Poles and Holes, 2, 1, 3, like that.
Just
kind
the
of
cool
views.
kids are watching
Yeah, I'm
those
like,
ones.
I see
It's
how your
still
algorithm
Olympics.
works. Like, all right.
Yeah, still talking about
I
it.
was like, oh, I wonder what's trending more last week. Olympics or
Maybe
poles and holes?
maybe we just had it on the wrong
Setting.
platform out there.
I clicked the...
Should have had it on Pornhub.
Yeah, there you go. Damn it.
That everybody would be just irritated, but laughing.
There's got to be porn podcasts out there, hey?
Probably.
I mean, porn does everything. Usually first. Or most. Or biggest. Usually, yeah.
I got nothing.
You know, I got nothing.
About it.
Well, that's why.
Anyways, so we
Blu-ray came about. You know.
not ray gun.
That story. Not Blu-ray gun. You know, that's all they're not talking anymore about breakdancing.
No.
Unless it's the movie Breakin. You know, which
With
is
Kevin
awesome.
Bacon.
No, that'd be awesome.
should do
Breaking with bacon.
They should have done a remake. So
We got to pitch that to him somehow on his Instagram.
just be like, hey.
yeah,
He'd be like, I don't want to, but it'll be like him busting a hip,
breaking. Yeah, exactly.
trying to do a sweet
Like him
move.
just breaking things.
Yeah, oh,
you know,
just
Getting
whoops.
like frustrated at his phone or something.
Yeah, just-
damn it. You know.
Just whoops.
Yeah,
The
whoops.
shovel broke.
Yeah, drying some dishes.
Just, all casual. Whoops.
breaking.
Yep.
I like it.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Breakin.
I don't know.
Oh,
us know.
there's your thing.
Let us know if
All
you
right,
want to
don't-
do that movie,
Patent
Kevin.
pending. Copyright.
Let us know.
I'm using that, Kevin Breakin. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to try
Okay.
to branch out on a couple other weird content creation kind of things that I'm not going to get into right now.
You totally should do that, Jason. I cheering you on.
Thank you very much.
Good boy.
You know, not working, so got to do something.
Yeah, keeps him off the streets.
Yeah, not getting in shape. You know,
Keep him off the side roads.
keep me off the streets. Yeah, yeah
Anyways.
keep that crack pipe out of my hands.
What?
I don't know. I don't have or use or
You're not
enjoy
a,
a crack pipe.
not
No,
a cracker.
no, not a
I'm a
crack piper.
cracker, but not a crack piper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good song. There's your new country song. I'm just a cracker, but not a crack piper.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
We'll hit up Posty.
Jesus
See if
Christ.
he wants to.
Sorry, I just
Post-
noticed.
Yeah.
Because I literally just said, I don't want to talk about breakdancing. And so I put it out to my brothers to podcast topics. They
Yeah.
James says, Olympic breakdancing.
Done.
Yeah.
Check out
Like,
last
all right, yeah,
episode.
check. He says, let's bring back all the old school sports like lawn darts, living room balloon, and volleyball. Did you ever play that?
Living room balloon.
Balloon?
I don't
like
know what-
keep up, they call it now. It's
Yeah.
actually a thing that's now like
A thing. What do you mean?
Like,
That's pretty vague.
an official association league
It's an
game
obscure
type
sports
thing.
quarterly.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
OSQ
good.
quarterly.
Yeah, okay, on the queue. Good to know.
Yeah.
We used to play like some dodgeball, but not like balloon.
okay.
Not officially keeping the balloon in the air.
Oh no.
I mean, well, we played that, but it was more just.
You guys didn't have official bracket tournament going on?
No, I think it was just someone. I mean, maybe I was too young and misunderstood what was happening. That's why I didn't get picked for the team, I guess. They're like, here, hold our smelly smocks.
You're the sub. It's the
Yeah.
water girl.
Yeah, exactly. I was holding the hose
Smelly smocks.
or whatever people
That's
wear.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you put on your smock before going and playing some hardcore balloon.
Well, if it's
keep up,
official,
tip up.
you can't have them being topless. You know,
Oh, that's a good point. 'Cause
shirts
then
and skins. You
balloons flying into
Lot
other
of-
balloons.
know.
You know, what are you gonna tip up? Whoops, that's not a balloon.
Yeah, maybe if
know.
you played it in the water, it might be better. Like
Speaking of
shoulder.
sexual assault.
What?
You know what?
Balloons get you right in the
Right in the where?
face, hopefully.
Play with like one of those long balloons. You know.
Yep.
The
70s
wiener
balloons.
dog balloons. Torpedo balloons.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. Anyways,
Anyways, we do have other topics
we had some
that we didn't tackle.
people wrote in. Thank you
know.
guys for writing in.
We're not doing
And
flag
we'll do little
podcast
shout
here.
outs. So if you don't want us to do a shout out for your name, then let us know. Please don't use my name in this.
Oh, yeah,
And
you
you can
could
always
call.
send it through a message.
Yeah.
If it's like something that you don't want people to say your name. But
Yeah,
otherwise, we'll probably give you a shout out.
My thoughts are basically they're on Facebook. They're usually our Facebook friends.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So if you want to find these people that ask these questions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you track them down and argue
Get your
with them.
new email address
Yeah, debate.
so that you can be a fake profile and creep around. Ding, 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 ding,
And then if
ding,
they
ding,
get
ding.
debating, and then we get debating about it,
Debating off.
then we'll be it'll be like a mass debate.
Insert cricket.
and some cricket noises.
The
And
bird laughed. The bird
loves
was
it.
like, it took a while. He was like, is that a pervy joke
he
again?
loves a good pervy joke.
We weren't doing pervy jokes. Anyways, good one, Jason. So you had some people write in.
So I had some people write in.
Yep. We got some pigeons flew in and dropped off some little scrolls for you to read.
Yeah. It flew in. Did you hear? Yeah. That was the crickets brought some notes in. They're really hard to read.
Yeah.
I got to bust out the magnifying glass.
It's like my dad used to write on his little zigzag rolling papers. He'd write like song lyrics or like measurements
That's
for boards
crazy.
that he needed and stuff. And
Yeah.
he'd get like 20, 30 lines on there
I wish we would have like been able to show him
of
like the
writing,
little.
not cocaine. Well, not that I know of.
Maybe
He was into that. I
That's
don't
how
know.
he really got
Super
focused
discreet.
onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he was out mowing the lawn all the time.
He liked those little super little carvings out of like the pencil leads and stuff. Like those are crazy.
Super intricate.
Your dad would have been good at those.
Maybe he had laser glasses. He was good at carving stuff. So
Yeah, exactly.
anyway, shout out to
Yeah.
Bob. Love you, Dad, in
Yeah.
heaven.
Well, that's what I think because he was good at carving and super tiny
And
writing
minuscule
on the zigzag.
detail.
you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
Yeah, with the right glasses.
Paper was expensive in the 50s. You write really small.
Was it?
I guess. I don't know. Probably. So few trees back then
Somehow there was less trees back then.
before they got clear cut.
Yeah, okay. Do that.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
then we started regrowth programs and seed tree planting.
Are you talking about the Jizz Bank
cetera.
again?
No.
Okay.
No, that's no. I'm not always talking about
The Jizz Bank?
the Jizz Bank. That's what you call it, the official Jizz Bank, First International Jizz Bank.
Yeah. And awkward drink of water and a palate cleanser.
Yep. Yeah, Need like a little
Get that out of my mouth.
shift here.
Yeah. So some
Switch
lovely
gears.
topics from people.
So last week we did talk about breakdancing,
We did.
and that was sort of inspired. I want to talk about it anyways, but I also didn't want to talk about it.
Last week.
Did I say last year?
No, you said last week.
I see. Yeah, last week when
For those that listen
Yeah,
to
when-
it and know what I'm talking about.
we completely had different outfits and
Yeah.
hairstyles and stuff.
I restyled mine like
Last
an
week
octopus.
Completely different lighting setups and stuff.
Would you believe?
Yeah. Anyways,
Movie magic.
I didn't want to talk about the breakdancing because it's all over the place. But then luckily,
Luckily, a week's gone by.
phew. Lucky brought it up last week,
Oh, okay.
so we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
But he basically says like, why is breakdancing in there but not ice dancing? Synchronized jumping into water.
Why aren't people making fun of that too?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He says 2 dudes, 1 sled, 4 dudes, 1 sled.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then synchronized holding our breath together and kicking our feet. Says, why don't we talk about men synchronized water dancing with our feet while we hold our breath?
Yeah, there's some other crazy competitions out there.
Well, all of them are crazy. If
Yeah.
you sort of think about it a little bit. Like, I can throw a spear the furthest. Like
Discus.
I like running. I get jumping things. Okay, that's a prowess thing, and even spear. I get all of them in a way. That's why, like, I think almost anything that requires any kind of
Chucking
athletic
something across the
ability
field.
should be allowed in.
Yeah.
Or at least try it. Let's see if people like it, and it might take off. That's the way all of them have become.
Yeah.
Like that's how they all become a sport.
I just
You
thought
know?
it was always the same thing all the time. But I didn't realize it cycled through.
Well, and then they bring in like exhibition events. So that's the thing. Is there every year, every city is allowed to. I can't remember. They're allowed like 4 or something exhibition events.
Okay.
And so,
And those are like the wacky
a lot of
ones?
times that was mainly. I think it started out as like if your country or your city or whatever it is especially good at that
Right.
kind of deal,
Darts.
or we want to display that because we're proud of it. Kind of darts, exactly, something like that. That
To be proud of.
exactly something, whatever. But it's not necessarily an official sport of the Olympics.
Right.
Hey, we're going to do
It's not
this
something
as
that the
part of
ancient
it.
Greeks used to do.
Yeah, and then I think that's how a lot of them end up becoming. They throw it in there like, hey, why not this? Why not
Let's give it a
uneven
try.
bars? Why not balance beam? Like all that stuff at one time wasn't part of the Olympics.
Okay.
There's no uneven bars, kind of deal. But there was like balancing and like
They just called it tree climbing back then.
juggling of bolo things and stuff. It was
Yeah.
more like strongmen kind of competition type stuff,
Okay.
and so it was like all that changes into and evolves into other things.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't kayaking because 50 years ago, not everybody kayaked. It was just people up north mainly that kayaked, you
people
know.
on the river.
So, yeah.
All the riv
Things
people.
evolve and, you know.
Yeah.
There wasn't cycling at one time because there wasn't cycles
What?
before. The Olympics were older than bikes. You know, they're
Controversial stuff here.
weird, right?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. Anyway,
Anyways.
I'm a fan of like, fuck it, throw it in there. Let's see if people like it.
Let's try.
Why not? Who cares? There's billions of dollars being spent anyways. Why not try something else? And
It's great to see countries be able to showcase something that they're good at.
for sure, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So is it going to be drive-bys in LA? Or?
Well, that's like he says that at the end. He says how did the USA not win gold at shooting?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, ugh.
Because it wasn't in a school.
That's exactly. Yeah, you got their own gangsters out there.
Too soon.
Ew.
Too soon. Anyways.
Got that.
Okay, other topics? Questions?
Yeah, there's lots on here.
Okay.
Kale, we got Kale's question corner here. Kale's question corner. We'll have to add something like rap or something behind it, maybe, because I think he likes rap too. Old school rap, you know. Kale's question corner. Trying to think of something that rhymes with corner. Nothing rhymes with corner.
And so anyways, some of his questions were...
When you die, you get picked up by the corner.
that's cheating.
You know, that's yeah, okay. Damn
It's
it.
faking.
It would work though. That would work in a rap song. You know, because you can get away with those little bits, especially if you're Eminem.
Yeah.
So he asks, why does Elon Musk sell everything but a musky cologne? You know,
He's kind of... Yeah, I don't know.
It
Maybe
sells
he's
itself, right?
maybe he's scared.
Elon Musk.
People will maybe people focused on the like
Oh, he doesn't want
rank
people to
smell of musk because
Right.
muskie's sometimes a little bit like
Can be a bad thing.
hard on the
Ooh,
nostrils.
he's got a real musk to him.
Yeah.
Good call. Maybe he doesn't
You know,
want
like he doesn't want to be like
elaborate
known
that
for
name.
ferrets or
right.
moose musks or
Right.
you know.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe he's just trying to steer away from that now.
It hasn't solidified a scent yet.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe.
it'd be like rocket fuel.
Do
and,
robots even have sense?
and angst?
Maybe he doesn't.
You
Yeah,
know?
maybe he's not doing it because he doesn't know about sense of smell.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be like
It's interesting.
stress and, I don't know, beaver glands. That's vanilla.
Beaver glands.
Beaver glands. Yeah.
Who ate that and found out? They were like, this
Smelled it
little
first?
fatty
Yeah.
packet. You know what? This tastes like vanilla. People are like, I don't believe you.
Yeah. I don't believe it. Why don't we just have vanilla?
Yeah, I'd rather just not have vanilla.
Let's just stick
I can
with
wait.
the vanilla.
I can wait.
Like,
I don't need
yeah.
to suck on beaver.
How about
bits.
chocolate? I've invented chocolate
Let's
ice
have a
cream
strawberry
things
or
over here,
something.
you guys. I've invented
You know?
any other flavor in the world.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need vanilla that bad.
Maybe Elon could do muskmelons.
I don't know what that is.
Muskmelons are delicious.
What's a muskmelon?
It's just like a cantaloupe kind of thing, but
Oh, is
different.
Does it smell? Is it
No,
funky?
it was delicious.
Oh, so why do they call it muskmelon?
Asking the wrong girl.
Musk ox, maybe. Doesn't want to smell like a musk ox either, probably. Though.
Yeah, they're
It's pretty
powerful.
funky. Notoriously funky. you know.
Powerful all around.
We watched that season of Alone where they had that musk ox.
Doesn't it be nice fur? I suppose.
It's long and like drapey.
Yeah.
I guess nice and warm.
Okay. So any other
Oh,
questions?
yeah.
Okay.
So this is a pretty controversial, scandalous, hot button topic here.
Okay, I'll put my
I don't
seatbelt
know if
on.
you need a bowl skate before or anything.
Seatbelt on.
It says, why do all women love pickles? And all is in all caps, by the way. So you like, why do all women love pickles?
I think that's a stereotype because
Okay.
the gals that I'm just like in one tiny little group. Well, it's not
Okay.
tiny. There's like thousands of us in there, but it's in a wood flower
A
group.
niche group?
Yeah.
Okay.
In that group, it's pretty like half and half-ish. Some
Oh,
people
really?
really don't. And like down in the States, you can get like a warm, like a slice of pickle or like a warm whole pickle.
Yeah.
And so some of my friends won't go into movie theaters in the States when they're down there because it smells like hot pickle juice.
Oh, okay.
It's like vinegar, right?
Yeah.
And so some people are into it and some people aren't.
When they're pregnant necessarily or no?
I don't think it matters. I think
okay.
they just aren't into it. Some of
Yeah.
them don't even have kids, and you know,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Because when I first read that, I was like, I thought the same
freaking
thing.
love
But then I was like,
pickles, but
I think every person I know likes pickles. I mean, not loves necessarily,
Yeah.
but I was trying to think of like, yeah, I think every woman I know likes pickles quite a
yeah,
bit.
it's a
know?
it's a generalization.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. I mean, I figured.
I like pickles because I like that briny goodness. You get the salty and the vinegary, and
Okay.
I'm a vegetable fan, and I like all of it. I like pickled beets. I like,
Oh, yeah.
I even like pickled eggs, pickled sausage,
Yeah. Hey.
pickled
What's the
herring
pickled red
occasionally. Yeah,
Is that
those
a
are pretty
thing? I
good.
can't remember they put that in that I eat in the chicken Caesar salad thing or something. I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's really good. Okay. Pickles, hey?
Yeah, I like them. Not all ladies like them. Just like not all guys like or dislike them.
Of course.
Do
Yeah,
guys like or other folks? Do you do you think that pickles
poll out there?
correlate to your junk?
Oh, okay.
Is that what we're researching?
Is it like an oral fixation-y kind of thing, maybe? Because it is dick-shaped?
Do you like them
Let's get the bumps on it,
in
so
and
that'd turn
around
me
your
off.
mouth?
You know, yeah, like if I was into
Maybe.
dicks in and around my mouth,
Does that mean
I think the bumps alone would be enough to turn me off.
why? You need traction.
Well, because if I'm thinking like, hey, this is sort of like a dick, I wouldn't be like, this is like a weird warted bumpy dick.
Maybe it's not warts. Maybe it's just like freckles or something.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I don't know.
Okay, I guess I shouldn't.
I don't know a lot of dicks, but
I was thinking like, I guess
You're
not
just
warts on a
thinking
cucumber or pickle.
movie
but
star dicks.
I don't know what a movie star dick is.
I'm
It's
just
like
meaning,
smooth
like
without
Pornhub.
warts and
Yeah,
bumps. Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've like lasered
Yeah.
them all off for the movies.
It's all got makeup on it and everything. All
Just like they
shiny.
say that lady bits all don't have like extra ruffles or whatever going on in there.
Oh, right.
A lot of people for porn they'll have like that surgically removed,
Yeah.
and I guess it's a really popular surgery now. People are having like their
Yeah.
lips altered because it's not like that in the movies. And I don't know, I saw one of those movies recently within the last 6 months, and there was lots of ruffles and ripples, and I thought it looked incredible and beautiful, and it was really entertaining to watch. And
They literally call it female circumcision.
that's for taking the clit head off, or your hood.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, and
Because the hood of your clit is that's like your foreskin. There's like a little hood over your
Right, yeah.
over the little
Oh, okay.
whatever. And so
Then
when they
what's the
cut
thing-
that off
Because
to
I know that there's
desensitize it and,
Oh, okay.
and all that.
I know there's a thing that they do to take off, like your outer.
Yeah, the
Outer
female
labia?
genital mutilation is what it was called in.
Oh, okay.
That's what they called it for.
That is not a nice term.
Well, it's
You know, I mean,
a lot of
like,
times it's done with just
circumcision
like
almost sort of rolls off the tongue.
like a chunk of glass or something
know.
like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
hey.
pretty brutal that that's happening. I learned about it in the vagina monologues.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway,
was a tangent. We went to,
lumpy pickles in and around your mouth to lips and ruffles. Anyways, pickles. There you go.
so back to breakdancing.
Back to
real quick.
breakdancing.
I was gonna skip over this one, but fuck it. May as well double, triple, quadruple down.
Yeah, let's get in there.
So Kale's asking, do you think breakdancing should get another shot in the Olympics?
At some point.
And I think definitely.
If people are still breakdancing in the future and they can get the regulation all sorted out, yeah, for
Well,
sure.
That's what I say. As long as there's a proper, non-scandalous, non-corrupt federation
Good
behind
luck
it,
with that.
you know, again,
Yeah,
there's
a
fucking scandals in
sneakier,
everything,
sneakier,
you know,
so
but
that nobody knows.
because they're not doing boxing in the LA.
Yeah.
It's not that they're not going to do it.
Mm.
They say for now it won't be a part of it until they can prove a federation is not corrupt.
A united
and-
one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
a
that they
proper-
all recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
You know, for sure.
Yeah, otherwise
and
it's pretty
bit
hard
of a,
to...
hey, fuck you guys. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to be a part of this, then you can't be...
You have to qualify and you have to be able to...
properly
Yeah.
qualify that these other people have vetted and seen and be like, yeah, okay, that's great. Not
Mm-hmm.
just because they happen to beat a Russian fighter, you know,
Well,
or whatever.
And like qualifying for the Olympics is such a
Weird thing.
yeah, because like you're not necessarily getting the country's best person at that. You're getting the person that had the opportunity to be able to get to the competition to qualify.
Yep. Afford a coach's clinic.
Yeah,
Get to the gym every week or
happen
more.
to physically be there to be able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Have the parental whatever or the support around you to be able to take you back and forth to practice, or even a place to do it. You watch kids in, Senegal, and they're playing with a fucking rolled up soccer ball. Yeah. It's not even a soccer ball. It's rolled up like
fabric
old jeans that they found in a garbage dump kind of deal, that they have
to working with what they got
sew together,
It's like watch what was the bobsled movie? What's that?
Yeah, Cool Runnings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do what you got to do. And, so like, I like that point that there's probably plenty of faster runners, maybe not plenty, out there that are just running from the cops. Not to put that stereotype on it, but running from bullies, running from because they like it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Running to the grocery store because it's fun.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're doing, right? But,
They don't necessarily get the opportunity. I never would have gone and representing Canada at a world level doing hair as a student. I just happened to be in school that fall that the competitions were happening the next spring, and they kind of groomed us like, hey, our school always competes in these things. And that was part of the reason I picked this school, is because it had a really good standing and lots of people would hire from the school because they knew that we went and did competitions. So
that's cool.
Happened to be there, it wasn't on my radar to be in the Olympics ever.
Right.
But just 1996, 95, I started hairdressing at this school. 96 was when the Olympics were on. And so they invited us to try out for it. And we happened to be at the school that one of the judges for the novice people were also one of the, she was able to get us in with the world fully qualified judges in Vancouver.
Nice.
And she was going and taking training from her anyway, so it just, a right place at the right time. There's no way I would have been able to take the money from my student loan and travel back and forth to Kelowna once a week for training from Norma Ann Eaton, and then also be able to get to Washington, D.C., which is where they did our thing remotely.
Oh, yeah. And would you have even known that was a thing?
I had no idea the World Hair Competition was anything, let alone that year that it had qualified to be a part of the actual Olympics. Yeah. Even though we weren't competing in Atlanta, we were competing in Washington, D.C., because they put our competition on during the World Hair Show, which happens every year.
Yeah.
But, we just happened to be...
That's like anything, I guess.
Right place at the right time. I'm sure there's other really freaking awesome hairdressing students that year that would have slayed at doing men's hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Who
but
knows?
I was...
No, nobody's better than you.
I was in the right place at the right time.
Yay.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that's the same as anything, because a lot of it's the mindset or you got to even know that's even a possibility.
Yeah, you'd have had to be influenced somewhere.
Kids out there know that the Olympics exist.
Yeah.
Some kid somewhere, like I said, in say, I don't know, wherever, Rwanda somewhere, isn't thinking, hey, if I run fast enough from here to here, maybe one day I can be in the Olympics. Unless they happen to see that and get inspired.
And there's a culture behind it.
Boom, and they get the support the whole way through and everything. Yeah. And that's why it's a big deal, I think, to be an Olympian, because not just the sport of it all or the physicalness of it all, but the fact that you got there, you stuck it out, and you're willing to push it and do whatever you needed to do. Yeah. Kind of deal. And
it was grueling. There was lots of crying in the hotel room.
Oh, brutal? Really? Yeah. Hey,
that's for sure.
Intense. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really hard work.
Yeah,
a lot of stress for a 19-year-old.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw. And not to diminish it, but I was going to say and that's just hair.
Yeah.
But not that.
Which is just breakdancing or just darts or just whatever. It's really
just your
cool.
thing that you've been training your whole life for.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of deal. Or you're inspired by.
Yeah.
It might not even be your whole life. There was some Olympian that, I can't remember what it was. She started cycling 5 years ago or something, just for fun, as a hobby, and then got really into it and really liked it. and then realized, hey, I'm actually kind of good at this. And other people were like, wow, you're really fast. You should go into a race or two. And then she got into a couple of races and like, holy shit, I'm actually really good at this.
Yeah.
I had no dreams or aspirations to ever be an Olympian. And then now she's, I can't remember what place she got, but pretty high ranking.
Yeah, you have to have the financial backing and all of that as well.
Definitely,
right?
yeah, the good enough bike and the time and the freedom to be able to do it and practice and train and everything too,
and be able to handle the rejection if you don't get it, or
big time.
All of that stuff that goes along with it too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you know,
tough. And because it does happen, like selection committees, there's only so many spots.
Yeah.
You know,
and there's some favoritism, and you know, everybody's got, you know, as much as they're all following the rules of what they should, how they should be adjudicating it, it's still going to be what their feeling is about how it worked for them.
I saw a thing the other day about it was just an article about like the glamorizing and the beautification of it all and stuff, and that like a lot of the better looking athletes get picked and stuff, and then and
because they want their country to look.
They're encouraged now more to look handsomer or prettier.
That happened during ours.
Yeah, hey?
Yeah, not to keep talking about that, but my relation to it is the other gal that had qualified for the team. She'd come in first in Canada. She had gotten a perm. And they twisted the hair and wrapped it around to kind of get this like cool phone cord curl, which works really great on a curling iron. But on a perm rod, you can do that, but it's really hard to get the hair to clump back and twisted in both directions again. And they had overstretched it putting it on. So they put the one step on and it came apart, and then they put the other step on, and it was because it was wrapped so tightly it couldn't bond properly. So when they rinsed it out, her hair was like cotton candy. So it was literally like, when it was wet, you could like just pull it apart like a cotton ball.
Oh, crazy.
And we got in so much shit from our, the judge that was our coach that we went to see in Vancouver. We got in so much shit because Terralyn basically had to shave her head. And they were like, you need to get a wig. You cannot go represent your country with a shaved head.
Wow.
Yeah, they were furious. We got in so much trouble, and Terralyn was like 100% wholly who she is, even at like 20 or 21 or whatever she was. So we were encouraged for her to get a wig and encouraged for her to get like extensions or whatever. And we had like, basically we had it happened 2 months before we were traveling to go to the world competition.
I mean, I mean, it's a hairdressing competition, so I can sort of see it.
Yeah, they wanted us to look, you know, you have your head shaved, you look like a skid. Right?
Yeah.
Especially in the 90s. The 90s skinheads and cancer victims were the only people that shaved their heads back then.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
it just was like, do you have head lice? Like, why did you shave your head to stubble? And you can't just be a punk rock. Like, it wasn't even like, you couldn't style it.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Was the thing. It was so short.
Shaved head on people is a style within itself. But you can't really, without adding some features or a line or something, you can't style it.
Yeah.
It's just whatever their head shape is.
And it would have been too masculine and brutish for us to do any kind of like shaved in art. Like we could have done like a mandala or a flower or something on the one side, which she probably wouldn't have gone for anyway, because that's not her personality. She was a race car driver, but that would have been too masculine for a woman representing Canada especially at a world level in 1996.
Wouldn't have been considered cool. It would have been considered like,
we had to have our nails done. We had to have white under the edges. We had to have our teeth. We were using like peroxide on our teeth. Like they made sure that our makeup, we did makeup every day, and that our hair was fucking perfect. Like, so there was tons of pressure.
But like even then, they were talking about like, there's literally been like where it was like, this one runner he won three qualifying tournaments, and this other runner won 3 qualifying tournaments. This other runner's very good looking, and this other one's not very. Who gets picked?
Wow.
Yeah, and then there was like,
so they don't care about best time.
No, and then they're like, and then which some of it I also get because they're on TV. They're putting out the best representation of your country and all that stuff.
I was lucky. Ours was like whoever had the highest points.
right, no
got
matter
to
what.
represent.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't think any of us were ugly, but
Yeah. But,
yeah,
you know,
I was definitely still a chubster back then.
and then, like I said, yeah, when they're on TV or stuff, they're encouraged to doll themselves up as much as they can, and they get like stylists and everything given to
Wow.
them, and yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm just
been,
like, nah, come on, just
it's representing your country though, right?
Yeah.
And there's going to be somebody that's like in charge of
media relations,
yeah,
and,
whatever
oh, yeah.
that is. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we want to make sure that we look like we've
Yeah.
got it together.
Put your best face
We're
on.
a
and-
desirable country.
yeah, right, exactly.
Which ew.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways.
Olympics.
Olympics.
So Kale, we got another Kale one here. He says, what brands, like brand names, are worse than their knockoff counterparts? He says, like for him, he says, I love butter flavored syrup of a generic brand over almost every name brand.
Wow.
So I was trying to think
they
of
got
a few.
the chemical composition just right.
Just
I
right,
guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes the cheaper flavoring is better, maybe.
It's got a gooder mouthfeel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying to think of like not necessarily better or worse, but definitely on par, like the complements food stuff, like
Yeah.
the chips and other thing like that. I was thinking like the complements toilet paper.
Their cheese is pretty decent too.
Is pretty much the same. I would say almost exactly the same.
Yep.
So and what most people don't know is it's almost
That you use
always
toilet paper?
that I eat cheese and I use toilet paper. Weird, right? Could have guessed. Most times they're made in the same factory with the same ingredients.
Right.
Literally the exact
By
same
the same
stuff.
company.
By the same company.
Yeah.
In the same factory, by the same things and stuff. And
They just have a store brand.
They just have a store brand and a generic brand. And
Loop de loops.
yeah. And then sometimes they're like B quality. So it's like
One extra ant leg part, insect
yeah,
leg
exactly.
part
Yeah,
per million.
for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and most times that's like a generic, or I shouldn't say generic, arbitrary thing with the testing, like say from the farm itself, because
Right.
everything has to be inspected and tested, and so like, oh, this slight whatever molecule is off a little bit, so now it's considered a B grade instead of an A grade,
Right.
kind of thing, or whatever, so then they end up using that instead. Meh.
Yeah.
Meh. That's literally why they invented the generic brands, because they had all this extra stuff. We're not going to throw it away, so let's put out no name brand.
Right.
Let's put out whatever else.
Yeah.
So that's
And save some people some money. And if they like the product
and
anyway,
exactly.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, and it's usually
you're not paying for the
cheaper.
advertising because the store just carries it anyway
Yeah.
because the store's already got a storefront.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't see, at least you didn't before. You didn't see Compliments brand commercials or advertising, stuff like that. So yeah, that's huge savings. There's
Yeah.
millions and millions they spend on advertising, right, for Coca-Cola, but not Compliments Cola,
Yeah.
which there is a difference there,
Yeah.
but again, that's a totally different company.
Yeah.
That's Coca-Cola doing its thing. Compliments is Compliments brand cola.
Well, and
who's trying to just
Coca-Cola
mimic that.
still has cocaine, but they've taken out the zippy part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
decoconized
Yeah.
coca leaf.
Yeah. They took all the
Yeah.
fun part and gave it to the dentists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or for doing septum surgeries.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Is that part of it? Oh, okay. Crazy.
Ethan Supley was talking about that
Oh,
on
okay.
his American Glutton podcast.
So I was trying to think, like, he talks about maple syrup, or he just talks about butter flavored syrup, and all that stuff is just sort of, I don't know about too sweet, but it just tastes too fake, or I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe the oil or the something that they put in there, and it just tastes too thin, and like.
We have only like actual maple syrup though, like and
Yeah, and
half
that's,
for
Yeah.
that's all I have.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, that's what I mean.
I don't want the other stuff, so I'll like
When I
have
go to the other
less.
stuff, sometimes like a pancake breakfast or something, it sort of really
You
tastes
just blop it on, and then you're like, oh right,
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's not
really
just-
knows the difference.
yeah, boiled down tree sap. It's hydrogenated.
Maybe
and/or-
I guess all that, and it's not like I'm a crazy health nut or
No.
super artisanal syrup whatever or anything like that. It's just certain things I know that I like. That
Well, and you've
much
probably
better taste.
you've gotten used to.
You know, like I like Coca-Cola. I try not to have any, except for headaches and stuff. But I really don't like the Compliments Cola. Say, and I've heard from others that are like, oh, it's pretty much the same.
It's just
Kind of deal, right?
put enough whiskey in there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's a big
You're
difference,
putting cheap whiskey in there anyway, it doesn't matter.
Cheap whiskey and your cheap cola.
Yep.
There's another country song. We're just racking off country albums here.
Yeah, gonna have to get a hold of Posty so you can make another album.
Posty. Kale says, exactly how many clowns can fit in a car? I would say till it's full.
It depends. Are they ass clowns?
42.
Or
They ass clowns.
are they sober clowns? I would say like something like 18.
Is it a smart car?
I would say like 18, unless you've got like people specifically training for that are teeny tiny and will all mesh in. And is this a Buick or is this a smart car?
Yeah, it's what year of car are we talking here? You know?
Yeah.
I remember going to the circus and thinking I was so smart that it was like some sort of magic trick where they were like coming
in
out
from
through
underneath.
the hole or
Yeah.
something like that, and then found out later on they just jam a bunch of clowns in a car.
Yeah.
They all just literally jam each other in there in different ways.
Sounds
like,
awful.
Holy shit!
I think it's probably more like 38 or something.
Yeah, I know
It's an
quite a
incredible
few.
amount.
We'll look it up and see if we can. There's got to be like a record.
Okay,
There's
we're
got to be.
pausing now.
All right, yeah, clown cars. So we found out this is pretty official here now. Yeah, you ready for this?
Got my seatbelt on.
You might not have room for a seatbelt.
That's
if you're in
true.
a clown car. Greg DeSanto of the International Clown Hall of Fame. Yeah, all right, fancy.
Hi, Greg.
He estimates that somewhere between 14 and 21 clowns and their props could fit into a car prepared in this manner.
14 and 20. Yeah, so 18 was more proper guess than 38.
Yeah, hey?
Yeah, 38's.
Yeah. So, but
Yes.
keep that number in mind.
Okay.
So I just want to, according to DeSanto, circus and what did you?
Just throw a lot of details at me and see if I remember at the end.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
How many numbers?
Okay.
I can throw out a bunch of numbers here real quick. Yeah, the car weighs 49. Circus engineers stripped the interior of everything except the steering wheel.
Oh.
And any barrier between the trunk interior and the back seat is removed to make way for even more clowns.
That sounds awful.
The driver sits on a milk crate to steer, and their view of their path is limited to a small slot in the windshield.
What did they call her?
Hey-oh. Ba-dunk-dunk.
Not supposed to call them slots anymore.
I was like, there's got to be a record of how many, like a world record of how many people,
Is there?
how many clowns. And so it comes like it talks about people, not necessarily
Guinness?
clowns.
Okay, not specifically.
So the most people crammed in a large car
Okay.
is 41,
Yeah.
and was achieved by Toyota Center in Krasnoyarsk, Russia.
Okay.
Yeah, May
Okay,
16,
so
2015.
38 wasn't out of line.
The car chosen for this attempt was a Toyota RAV4, so not a large car.
Holy hell!
Like when somebody says a
Speaking
large
of
car, I would
cheaters.
think, well, fucking
Buick
68 Cadillac
Skylander.
Coupe de Ville. You know, exactly. Yeah, Ford Fairlane, or something, right? Yeah.
Pinto.
So then, world record for most people in a small car. Mm-hmm. Guinness World Record of 29 people crammed inside a car, and it was a 5-seater Mini Cooper. So
Okay.
quite a bit smaller, but still a 5-seater, Mini Cooper. Definitely smaller than a RAV4, but not by much. If you think about the interior space.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like,
Okay.
okay, so
Good to know.
29 people, okay, well,
You know,
it's a clown car.
I don't think I'd want that as a job.
No, I mean, it'd be just a small part of the
I
job.
mean, if you're somebody that's
guess
like
you'd have to do it.
really touchy-feely, that's into everybody being up against you in a tight space, like I'm
Yeah.
so claustrophobic, and then I'm like just
And I mean,
a thick girl anyway that I'm not gonna.
but if you're
I'm gonna be on the bottom because they're gonna be like, "You're too heavy."
you can't go on top, squished on top.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of boniness all jabbing on me, and I'll be
Yeah,
covered in
just jammed in the
bruises.
side
Yeah, I'll be
somewhere.
all elbows and knees and bony butts. And
But if you're a clown, you've already thrown away any kind of like humility or
pain.
pride or anything to like.
Yeah, just to be able to carry
you're
that moniker.
Yeah.
With,
Yeah, you're
you're like,
you're
you
not
know
really
what?
embarrassed by things, I guess
Yeah,
I should say,
you're
not
just having
pride.
fun.
But
Yeah.
you're
going with
you're
it.
okay with
Training.
elbow jamming in your crotch.
What was that
you know.
Zach Galifianakis show?
Baskets.
Baskets.
Oh yeah, that was a
where
great
he
show.
trained to be a rodeo clown.
Oh man, that was crazy. And all his training was like old sad French clown
Yeah, because he
style.
went to Paris for it. It's
Yeah.
quite the show. Anyways,
That was a great show.
Baskets.
Oh,
It's
Baskets.
pretty dry and long sometimes, but
But it's good. And then because
if you just
played,
huck to a spin on that thing, because it's dry and long.
it's dry and long.
It's okay.
I think
Sorry.
you can't use that reference just to make everything better, but right, dry and long. That's great. Gunk.
Cheers to that gal.
That's Kale's question corner.
All right, Kale. Thanks for writing in, and everybody else who wrote in. Who else wrote in?
We got a couple others here.
Okay.
Tim.
Tim.
Hi,
Tim.
Tim Quigley says, I once seen a guy fueling up his motorcycle with a lit cigarette in his mouth, and he thought that's the reason we only have blurry photos of UFOs and spaceships. 'Cause that's them fleeing the Earth, warning others not to go near that kind of stupid. For all they know, it's contagious.
They're like, get out of here!
Yeah, hurry quick!
Look at that dumbass!
Yeah,
It's
for
gonna
sure.
blow them all up.
See ya.
Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes sense why they're getting out. That's a great visual. Thank you.
Yeah, not the smartest move in the world.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know.
best not to be smoking but I could see how it can happen because people that smoke generally have been smoking a while, and it's kind of second nature.
For sure, you don't
Right?
even
Like
necessarily think
I
about
could
it.
see how it would
Hop off your
happen
bike,
if your
take a
mind's
break.
not really in it and you're just automatically just having a puff if you're a full-time smoker.
Yeah,
But
I still think
that's why they have the big signs to kind of remind you, just like, don't blow us up.
Yeah, they need like pictures, like screenshots of actual gas stations that have been blown up.
Oh,
you
God,
know, kind of deal.
I have
It's
so
just
much
like,
heartburn just thinking about driving up. It's like the pack of smokes has the picture of the rotten lungs on the front, and
yeah,
it's like you
for
drive
sure.
up to the gas station
Yeah.
and they show and
No
just like
smoking.
just a quick video or just like
exactly.
for like a
Just a gas station blowing up over and over like a GIF.
Oh
you
God,
know?
no!
Fuck, have you ever seen
I
a
just
gas
have to
station
like
blow
back
up?
in
Oof.
the movies quite a bit. Elvira,
No, I've seen real videos of it.
when there's the creeper on Elvira at the beginning.
Oh,
When
right.
she like
right.
pulls in.
Right.
And she like,
Right.
yeah,
What does she do? Because she doesn't flick a cigarette or anything.
no, he's gonna have a smoke.
Oh, he starts, right.
Yeah,
Right.
he's gonna have a smoke, and then she's like gassing up her car, and then she like just kind of, I think maybe tosses it or like goes to hang it up, but it like falls off.
Oh, right.
No, is it full serve? Yeah, he came over. We're gonna have to watch Elvira
He
again.
gets all distracted by watching her butt or something.
I don't know.
Doesn't he? And then drops it on the thing.
I don't know.
And we'll have to watch
And then
it again,
it's
I guess.
trickling out, and then he goes to light his smoke. Or no, she lights her smoke as she drives away, and then tosses her match, and the whole thing blows
Oh,
up.
okay. I'm trying to think because there's a couple other movies that do that too. Where
Yeah,
they, like,
blowing up
flick
gas
the
stations.
cigarette or
You
set
guys
a
know
timer.
anyone's where it blows up a gas station?
There was one, I think, in Edmonton when I was growing
Like
up. at
actual
one
one, not in the movies.
time. Yeah, actual one.
What?
And, maybe it wasn't Edmonton. Maybe it was like Red Deer somewhere. I'll have to look it up. But I remember at the time, like they had like video, not of the actual explosion, but the fire and everything, and the fire trucks after, and it was just like, there was just fire just blazing out of the tanks underground.
Well, you'd have to wait for it to just
It was like
go
crazy.
out, right?
Just
like
to
you can't
expend all the fuel.
smother
There's no way.
a fuel fire.
I mean, they have weird chemicals and foams. And
yeah,
stuff
you get one of those
now,
blankets that you can get for
rubber
in the
caps
kitchen
and-
that you throw over
exactly, just toss that.
over the whole
A giant
thing.
one.
Yeah.
But when it's
because it needs no oxygen.
it's not pressurized fuel, but it's fuel in a tank
Yeah.
that needs to get out. So no blanket in the world's gonna stop that. I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah.
these look like they work pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
Fuel.
okay, blowing
Thanks,
up.
Tim. Cigarettes.
Don't blow it up.
Oh, and UFOs.
UFOs.
That's my thoughts. Is like UFOs are just like, I don't know.
They're like, let's just let these ants do their thing, and we'll just poke at it with a stick once in a
Yeah,
while and see
yeah.
if, oh, look here, give them some fire,
Yeah, for sure.
see what they do.
I have a new theory that's like that maybe they're just like going too fast in their dimension or in their universe or
Okay.
something. And like, you know how there's like car accidents here where people go too fast and they like hit the wall or they go off the bridge or
Oh, yeah.
that kind of deal?
Yeah,
I think the
momentum.
same thing. So it's like
a blurry
It's
photo.
either like alien drunks or punks or young joyriders or something that are just going too fast, like oh shit, or like a high speed chase.
That's why you can suddenly see them,
and
or
then
something.
they're like they get going too
bloop.
fast, like blink, and they pop out of their dimension and pop into ours, and they're like, oh shit, and they whoop right back in real quick.
It could happen.
That's my thoughts.
You gotta watch out,
Yeah,
don't go too
alien
fast.
drunks. Yeah, gotta slow down.
especially if you're drunk.
Slow her down.
Slow it down.
Soma.
And Soma says, "Hi, Soma."
Because we were talking about Nutella versus maple syrup.
Oh yeah,
And
which
what do you
one
wanna
would you
swim in?
rather? Yeah,
And I mean, she laid it out. Says, I'm not sure it would be possible to swim in either. It was,
Right.
would sort of, I don't know if we talked about that. But
it'd be like kind of like a Timon and Pumbaa in the mud pit kind of a thing, like a hot tub mud
I
pit
see. Okay.
situation. I think.
Okay. So do you still call
With
it
the
swimming? Do you
Nutella.
say you're going to go swim in the hot tub? Some people say that.
Probably soak.
Ooh.
Soaking.
Soak. Sounds so.
Sounds so gross now
Yeah,
that there's
soak.
another.
It's along with moist.
I don't mind
Kind of.
moist.
I know, me neither. But
I just think of peaches.
sort of like, moist peaches, not soaking with peaches.
Soaking is like your laundry or something. There's something dirty about soaking.
Soaking is like, to me, it's like dishes. You're just letting them soak.
Exactly, dirty dishes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already like
Yeah.
cold water and
Yeah.
it's wet, it's
Soaking.
slimy in your hands.
You're soaking
Yeah.
in the tub,
Yeah.
But again,
But if it was Nutella,
you do shower, bath, shower.
if it was Nutella,
Nutella or...
I feel like Nutella would be difficult to get out of all
I like that
the
you say
bits.
Nutella, not Nutella.
Yeah.
It's super cute, Nutella. Yeah, because isn't there actual like pieces of hazelnut and stuff in it
I don't
too?
know. It's
Is
all
it smooth?
Smooth, yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You
just
can't get it crunchy?
basically sugar and fat, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe some nuts.
Yeah, I could see it separating or something in the water.
Once you pee
Well, I
in
guess
it,
if there's not
once you
actual
pee in
water,
it, it will.
what am I thinking?
Just the pee will just separate.
No peeing in the Nutella pool. That is a hard and fast rule.
I learned that one the hard
Yeah,
way, you
that
guys.
is a
Just
guaranteed
trust
rule.
us. Don't do that
No
anymore.
filter in the world's cleaning that out.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Jesus Christ. The maple syrup we can at least reboil.
I feel
You
like
know,
the
if we
maple
need
syrup
to.
will rinse off and it'll dissolve away. Like I'm talking like actual maple.
I feel like there's sort of maybe even some sort of benefits
Yeah.
with the maple syrup that would do
Probably.
something to your skin. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I like that you made it
You
seem
could
like
do
your
like a-
boobs would be perkier.
Well, I was doing like a bubbling up from the bath. sort of like a
Oh,
bloop, bloop, bloop,
well, if you
something
farted
good,
through
right?
it, it might. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. And also no farting in the maple syrup pool.
Come on.
No.
You gotta rinse off first before you get in.
Yes, and you
Shave,
have to
possibly.
expend all your gases
Expel all your
Shave
gases. The birds like,
and plug even.
why?
We'll be plugging some orifices.
Why?
Well, you got to make sure. Lock it down.
Maybe just wear like
know.
a swimsuit thing that just like
with a little indicator.
with the
You know,
indicator
they
if
have
you're
the stuff in
leaking.
the pool.
If you're leaking.
To show it shows blue if somebody
whoop,
pees. Yeah,
whoop.
exactly.
Pee the tub. Pee the tub. Whoop. Maybe it could just be your own, and then you don't have to have all the alarms. It doesn't have to be like
I
a
still don't want to
public
pee or poop in my own
public Nutella.
or fart. Not
Why
poop.
not? Why are you
Not
planning to
pooping.
eat it after?
I guess right. Well, maybe while I'm in it.
Really?
Well, I'm. Why?
I wonder
yeah.
if like those Jello
What's the advantage
wrestling, are
then?
they allowed to eat some of the pudding?
Well, again, you wouldn't want
if you're
to.
lactose intolerant,
But-
you definitely wouldn't.
There's no
I
milk
wonder
in
if they
Jello
ha-
or pudding.
Isn't there?
Right.
Isn't pudding just put like
Pudding has, but not
yeah,
Jello.
Yeah. Isn't there pudding wrestling too though?
Probably. I think there's everything wrestling.
Whatever kind of wrestling you
there's
want.
mud and KY and
KY
the
seems
good
too
stuff.
slippery.
Crisco.
I feel like people are gonna get hurt
Crisco.
in that kind of wrestling.
Yeah, it's really slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's too slippery.
But so's Crisco.
yeah,
so is
Crisco.
Jell-O.
I feel like Crisco's not gonna rinse off very good, but your skin might look radiant. You know, the beef tallow. People
Right.
use the beef tallow
Oh,
for their skin.
Okay.
You know,
Getting
and French
expensive.
fries, not just for French fries
This
anymore.
little show's getting pretty expensive now. Fresh. There'd be like a farm to table beef tallow wrestling. But
Maybe.
men's and ladies.
Oh,
and
I think
trans.
just
and
whoever wants
whoever's
to.
open to try out doing some
I
wrestling.
think you like
yeah,
your names get pulled out of the hat, you square up, and if you're like, yeah, then you go in and wrestle. If you're like,
Okay.
nah, then you go back to the end of the line, and then
Okay.
the person that's
So,
like needs
you
to.
can nah just because you don't want to wrestle that person?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
Then it can be versus whatever.
That's fair.
And
They
I
should do
mean-
it like that in the Olympics.
I know, right?
You know? And just be like, But, yeah, that can get kind of sticky.
Well, somebody was saying that if they just had it be that the men's, like men's and open.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, I've heard of that.
You could have specifically for ladies or whatever, and then men, and because they say men have the biggest advantage,
Yeah.
then have men plus anybody else, because if it's all a big macho thing,
Yeah.
that, you know, oh, well, we can't have the guys beating the women.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in like sports, not like punching.
Well, but my issue with that is like,
What if girls are better at something than boys?
no. What if there's, I hate to say it like
Yeah.
this, but what if there's certain sports because of physical advantages
Yeah.
that women,
Yeah.
not trans,
Yeah.
women
But,
could
or anybody.
yeah,
Whatever you're.
could never beat.
Well, then
Like,
you
let's
then
say,
you
like-
wouldn't qualify.
like my
then you
first
wouldn't
thought
make it
was-
in there. It wouldn't matter, right?
I guess
You
but
would
then,
have to be the best of all of them to be able to
but
compete
like,
in the
like
guys.
to me, like the one that I keep sort of going back to is like the uneven bars,
Mm-hmm.
like or like there's floor gymnastics that are both men and women.
Yep.
And men, because of physical advantages in past history,
There's more testosterone equals more muscle or whatever.
more muscle, they can
More
jump
cardio.
higher and do more flips and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Now that is getting tighter because women training and starting earlier and physical advantages and testosterone training and
Flexibility.
everything else, you know, for sure, they're getting up to where they're close. But they'll probably, because men also have those same advantages of testosterone training and da 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 da, they'll likely never be able to beat them.
So what? They can
And
still
that's okay?
compete. I think, yeah. Who cares?
If
If you want to compete,
my
rather
worry is
than
that you'll,
having all the individual, like, okay, this is what your junk looks like, you can be in this one, and having 15 different ones, just have women's, because everybody seems to think we shouldn't have to compete against anybody else, and then have men's plus. And then,
oh, so you're saying,
so you have,
so you still have a women's.
yeah, women's just all on their own.
Oh, okay.
And
'Cause
then
my point was if
men
you don't have
and
women's,
everybody else.
right? Okay, yeah. Oh,
You know, so even if you are
Yeah.
a woman and you want to compete against the men,
Yeah.
then you can go
sure.
men's plus,
Yeah.
and then that's got
Yeah, I get that. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm totally for that.
Yeah,
I think that's the
how
best
it
way to
should
go.
be.
I thought you were saying just no women's event either,
just open.
because to
No.
me all that would say is like any woman gymnast
Yeah,
would just say, well, why bother?
Yeah.
I'm going to go into field hockey
Yeah.
instead, or something that's just strictly for
no,
women. Or
I
whatever.
think
But yeah,
they
okay.
could still have
Yeah,
two competitions,
Yeah.
2 qualifiers, and everybody seems to think guys have this huge advantage. So just like, okay, then
Okay.
let's say the guys do have this advantage, so it's guys plus.
Yeah.
Them and anybody else who wants to compete in that realm, because
Yeah.
it's like, you know,
For
then,
sure.
then the ladies
No,
are
I'm-
still protected because
Yeah.
people seem to think that they need their own for all the reasons that they think that. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then have the other, rather than going men's, women's, your bits look like this, so here's what
XY
class for you,
chromosomes and
here's a
testosterone
prove
and-
that you're a whatever here.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Or just have women's and open,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then open is included to everybody else,
Yeah.
you know?
And I really can't see any kind of disadvantage, or not disadvantage, whatever.
Drawback.
Yeah, exactly. I can't see any bitching coming out of that other than straight ego bullshit
Homophobia.
about and homophobia.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's
Yeah.
the only reason why. It'd be like, oh, I don't want to fight a chick. I don't want to fight a dude that became a chick. I
Well,
don't know
then
if she's
don't
got
go to
AIDS
the
or
Olympics.
blah, 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 whatever. They're all tested. Everybody's
safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't
You
know why
like,
people
you're
would
not-
make that correlation,
you know,
but yeah,
well,
people were.
people were.
Oh, that's
you know,
weird.
So,
Yeah, seems super misinformed.
100%, right?
Yeah.
You know, but that's exactly so. That'd be the
Yeah,
only.
backwards
That's what I'm saying.
thinking.
There's no logical opponent to
Yeah.
that thinking. I think.
And if
It's
people
just
want to
make
be gross and non-inclusive and be like, I don't want to fight against somebody whose parts are different than mine, then good. You shouldn't be at the freaking top level, world level anyway. Go be sexist or gross in your own town.
That literally no different. You can't say like I don't want to fight that person because they're black. I don't
Yeah.
want to fight that person because they come from whatever country. There's a little bit of that where Russia and Ukraine, and there was some of that going on a little bit there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to compete against this Russian because they're literally invading my country right now.
Well, then
You
I
know,
guess
but-
you're not ready for the Olympics.
And then that's what it came out. I think it was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, see ya.
Then you're, yeah.
You know,
If you want to drop out,
if that's where you want to make
because
your
of
stand,
your-
then you make that
Yeah,
stand, and
for sure.
that's on you.
And
you know.
shitty that we spent all this money training you and getting you here for you to back out
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah,
but,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know, and it just happened to work out. I think tournament-wise, that Russian versus Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that was. She never necessarily was like. It just happened to work out like that.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been her versus Turkey or her versus whoever, right? But you know,
I guess they just hadn't really processed the fact that that could be
that could be an option.
somebody that they wind up
Yeah.
against.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that sneaking up on you and making you upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, I just want to finish with Soma's.
Yeah.
'cause
Oh, right.
We got talking Nutella and maple syrup and got
yeah.
back into Olympics
Yeah.
somehow. So she says Nutella is so thick. I wonder if one could even sink in it.
Yeah.
You know, like it might be like like that oobleck,
Yeah.
cornstarch type stuff, where you'd have to like work yourself into it.
Maybe like in the sand where you
You
walk
know?
back and like just shift your weight
Oh,
back
yeah,
and
yeah,
forth, or you
there you go.
slowly. That's
Yeah.
how you get
A
in.
little bit.
Just go to get out, and it just pulls off
back
your
and
outfit
forth.
like the mud, like will pull off your
Pulls your
gumboot.
boot out. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. And she says, "Don't you'd have to swim." You know,
Mm-hmm.
she says now warm Nutella. You know, that sort of gets we were talking about hot tub sort of style, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
So I think maybe I'd have to try that, but I might want to soak in it, not swim.
Yeah.
So then we did the soak.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, we're gross like that. You know.
Yeah, because I think it would be difficult to get back out of because of the weight.
And,
You know, how,
and the
like-
air compression, the suction. Yeah.
As you're
the
trying to
hard
get
part.
out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to have some sort of rope ladder or
Whereas
something.
Nutella would just pull you back in. I keep trying to get out. Pull me right back in.
Anyways,
That's
warm,
great.
I think it might be inviting. But
Yeah.
again, I've been to like the clay mud bath things, or like where you go on the end of the river and you cover yourself with the clay.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
can hear,
nice.
I don't know if you guys can hear the float planes going over, but it's seasonal busy time here.
Fuck, we just can't get away from breakdancing.
Oh no!
So I
there's
just checked
more?
on the live
Okay,
topics feed
Yeah.
there.
popped
The one
in.
that we just popped out. Yeah, I'm just gonna check on the. Is it Mike O'Donnell?
Okay.
He says ray gun.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Just listen to the whole episode, Mike.
Yep.
We talked about it plenty.
I love ray guns.
Yeah, ray guns are awesome. I wish that they were a real thing that existed
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. But then you'd also have like evil, mad scientists in the world too, which also might be fun.
Yeah.
I think as destructive as it would be,
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be awesome sometimes and fun to have like
Mm-hmm.
supervillains and I don't know what superheroes necessarily, but maybe
Because you want to
know.
be a supervillain, is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I
You don't
could.
have the money behind you
Well,
for
that's
it, though,
yeah, but,
right?
you
Yeah.
know, if
But somebody
villainy,
wanted
if villainy
to,
was
like,
a thing, then you could
support
just
ya.
go and rob a bank to get some capital to fund your secret projects and
to
that
do
whole
your
thing,
Nutella,
and, maybe
Nutella
my
spa,
Nutellatubs.
Nutellatubbies.
Nutellatubbies.
Oh no! My brain hurts just a tiny bit with that one, but that was really good.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh my god!
Salty
Get a
thinks we're in trouble. Hi, bud.
Nutella Tubby Center for Relaxation and Deliciousness. Salty's
Tubbies,
worried
hi,
about
bud.
Jesus coming
I'm
right
okay,
up.
bud.
He's like,
Wanna come up?
Daddy, yeah. Oh, big stretch. See how much he grew in this week.
Oh.
Yeah, he caught that on his dong.
Oh, catching everything. Ah.
Ah!
Oh.
Puppies, and he got away anyway. Oh my god.
Oh, this is fucking
Puppy life.
shit show.
Nutella Tubbies.
Oh, man. You had me at Nutellatubbies.
Okay, so that'll be our T-shirt.
Yeah.
Just Nutellatubbies, just like sitting in the hot tub of Nutella, just bloop 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 bloop. Because I guess that's how you keep it warm. You gotta
They definitely
circulate it.
soaking, right?
Yeah.
The gay one especially.
Just waist deep.
Just waist deep soaking.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Be careful looking that up.
Oh my
If
god.
you're not sure what the alternate meaning
All
of
right.
soaking is.
We gotta end off on there.
That's it?
Yeah.
This is top note?
No, there's one more.
Okay.
It just popped up there. Jessica.
Whoa!
Oh, see?
I'm okay. The dog
Salty
just,
says he's had enough of your shit.
he just relaxicized right into the mic stand.
Jessica says clover or grass.
I think clover. Because it's easier to grow, takes less water for your lawn.
Oh.
Or you think it's smoking?
No. I took it as like not a this or that. I took it as, hey, talk about, clover or grass.
Oh.
Not this
For
or
your
that.
lawn?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for your lawn, there's...
Clover's nice and soft.
Yeah, for sure. And if you let it grow to the flowers for the first little bit, it's awesome for getting the pollinators around.
Oh,
And they start
okay.
pollinating your clover,
Okay.
which is great for all of your vegetable plants and everything else that's around.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to mow it as often or anything.
yeah.
Clover's
Can
awesome.
you eat it too?
Yeah,
In a little bit amounts, I think, or something.
I think you
Yeah.
probably could.
I don't like grass. Grass is too pokey and makes my back all itchy and
It's-
stuff.
yeah,
And, I like clover.
Yeah.
It's nice and soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our lawn is part moss because we have so much trees
Yeah, there you
here. I
go.
mean, it's not this time of year because it's had no rain basically for
Clover,
3
grass,
months.
or moss.
Yeah.
I should say.
Yeah.
Or rocks. That's like Brother Steve in
He
Kelowna.
his is just
His whole front thing is just rocks.
well because he's on the side of a
On the
mountain.
side
I
of
think
a mountain,
naturally
and
it
it's really
probably
dry and-
would have been straight up rock face
yeah,
right there.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think it's a whole water
Naturally.
shortage type of thing. 'cause
Yeah, you don't want to mow
don't
a
want
lawn
water.
that goes straight up and down either. That's bunk.
Seems fun.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's it for those.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Rock and roll ski. Yes, definitely hit us up with any
You're up on clovers.
topics. All up on clovers, I think.
Yeah.
Caught up on my Nutellatubbies. That was fucking awesome. There's
Okay.
copyright patent pending on that shit too.
Okay, so next episode is going to be our 100th episode. Thank you so much for sticking with us, or if you're just joining us, go back and check out. We've got a whole bunch of episodes.
Can you think of some? Maybe we'll try to think of some favorite moments.
The bicycle seat one, definitely.
It's like one of the first ones,
yeah,
right? The very first one.
I don't know. It slayed me.
There's no video for the first
no.
26 or so, I think. Can't
Definitely, all the guest ones were
Yeah,
all highlights.
all the guest ones are great.
Yeah, we had Rob
Yeah,
from
Aspen was a good
the
one.
Brute, and we had Danny on, Jason's dad,
remember that. It's Oma.
and I think
so
we still
Soma?
have to have Chad.
Yeah,
Chad
we're
McGee
rigging-
will
we're rigging
be
that up right
coming
now.
up.
Yeah.
And Jeannie Marie Hypnotherapy is
got
a
a few
guest
others.
in the wings coming along.
Yeah, I just put it out there there's like a guest network kind of thing where you can sort of pick and choose some different guests. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what we can
And
find.
our friend Jenny was interested in possibly doing one with us. So, if you would like to be a guest on the show, reach out to us. I mean, we don't
you got to be,
we
come
don't do
on.
them very often,
fucking around here.
and we're trying to figure out cameras and all the technical stuff.
Yeah, Zoom and everything.
So yeah, we're getting all that figured out. But if you'd like to be a guest or have somebody special that you think would be a great guest that would be along our vibes, hit us up and let us know. For our 100th episode, Jason has an idea about
I
doing
think I
kind
like
of
that
a
idea.
Mad
I don't know.
Libsy
Do you
kind
like that idea?
of situation. Yeah, we'll figure out the
yeah, we'll throw it out on
logistics
Facebook and
of it.
Instagram and stuff. And
over this
people
next
know.
week,
Yeah.
and with more details as we promote this episode when it comes out.
yay!
So thank you so much for joining us for these last 99 episodes.
Gretzky!
Oh, because that was his.
That's my
his
Joey
number.
Moss impression.
Okay, because
Age
that was his
99.
number.
Yeah.
This was on
The great one
hockey.
they call it.
Hockey.
They call him. So.
Yeah.
You know,
On Shoresy,
such a huge hockey fan.
On Shoresy,
The guy was 98.
really rip into a guy.
Number 98.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the great one or the not so great one? They just hammer on that guy.
This season of Shoresy is really
man.
good if you guys are into
That
that.
was brutal, yeah.
Anyways, long goodbye. Till next week. We'll see you pretty much every Wednesday. So glad you could be here. We're proud of you. We love you.
Definitely.
And
Good
thanks
job,
for joining
everybody.
us. Share us with your cool friends. No dicks. We don't want any, people that you think might have fun
Yeah.
hanging out with us, pot smoking turkeys.
It's cold turkeys.
Not the oh, is that
Not
a
so cold
callback to
turkeys.
last episode?
Yeah. Not so cold turkeys.
Okay, guys. We love you. Check us out on the socials
sure.
at We Can't Pick on Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube. Subscribe. Leave us a comment. Leave us a rating. 5-star rating. You know, I think we're 5-star people.
I'm a 5-star man.
I mean, if you gotta, if you gotta say nice stuff about us, we're always happy to read that.
If you have to. If you just, you feel compelled, you're like, I just gotta say something nice about these guys.
And if you send in stuff, we'll try to read it on the podcast. And
hit us up with some topics.
Yeah.
Facebook it up.
And we're looking
Instagram it
forward to the next 100.
Yay!
Can you imagine?
Isn't that crazy?
We're
hey?
gonna be like Joe Rogan and have 1,000 before you know it. Anyways.
Crazy to think. Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, we're gonna go make a dream journal or something about that. Probably won't.
Eat some Nutellatubbies.
Okay.
All right. Love y'all.
See you.
Have fun.
Next time.
For sure. Yay!
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.